Nothing in this podcast or on our website should be construed as medical advice. Consult your healthcare provider for your individual nutritional and medical needs. The information presented is based on our research and is strictly that of the author and not necessarily those of any professional group or other individual.
Hi, I'm Sue Becker from Bread Beckers. Welcome to Sue's Healthy Minutes. I'm so excited you've joined me today, and I hope this episode encourages you and allows you to find the answers you have been praying for the health of you and your family. Today on Sue's Healthy Minutes, I want to address a subject that keeps resurfacing in the form of questions, concerns, and in many instances, misinformation. This subject is phytic acid. For years, this component of wheat has puzzled me. The conflicting information I was learning from scientific sources versus the popular information being presented led me to do much research on this important micronutrient found in grains, legumes, nuts, and other seeds. Phytic acid is one of the most abundant of the micronutrients found in the bran portion of seeds, comprising as much as 1 to 5% of their total composition. And considering how small these seeds are, that's quite a bit. Unfortunately, phytic acid has been most commonly labeled as an anti-nutrient due to its strong mineral and heavy metal chelating ability. One that we are being told must be broken down before consuming, either by soaking the seeds, sprouting them, or by long ferments such as sourdough. And not doing so will inhibit the absorption of such minerals as iron, calcium, and zinc. Sourdough advocates demand that this is the only way to consume freshly milled flour. While sourdough bread is delicious and certainly a traditional way of making bread, I've always questioned the idea, thinking of quick breads or grains that are roasted or boiled and eaten without long soaks or fermentation. Will they be bad for me? Or when I would hear claims of phytic acid in freshly milled flour being an anti-nutrient, preventing the absorption of iron, I was puzzled. It would make me wonder why so many people over the years have shared their It's the Bread stories with me of being chronically anemic for many years, some quite significantly, even needing iron transfusions, then testify how real bread made from freshly milled wheat corrected these issues for them in a matter of months. How could this be if phytic acid was such a problem, preventing iron absorption? It just didn't make sense. Also knowing that anemia was one of the 3 diseases that drastically increased when the bran and germ were removed from commercially processed flour. If phytic acid could cause iron absorption problems and anemia, why would its removal with the bran portion from the flour increase anemia? Again, it just wasn't making sense. And also wondering, is there really a harmful substance in these seeds that God has given us for food? These things simply didn't line up with what I knew and had studied. So, through much more research and textbooks and wading through many scientific studies, here's what I have discovered about phytic acid. In truth, phytic acid is a powerful antioxidant preventing oxidative stress formed by the oxidation of iron and other metals, both within the seed and our body. In the seed, phytic acid functions to help preserve the seed from decay during its dormant periods. Known for its antioxidant abilities, high concentrations of phytic acid are actually being used in the food industry to prevent browning and spoilage due to oxidation of certain fruits and vegetables. Phytic acid is found abundantly in many plant sources in the form of inositol hexaphosphate, And when consumed and broken down during digestion, it is our body's main source of inositol. Inositol is an important nutrient in the formation of cell membranes, blood sugar regulation, and mood improvement. It is found in human cells where it plays an important role in regulating vital cellular functions. While many have vilified the chelating ability of phytic acid, of important minerals such as iron, calcium, and zinc, and calling it an anti-nutrient, what they fail to realize is that this is actually a protective, powerful antioxidant property of phytic acid. While we need these minerals to be healthy, an excess can actually lead to inflammation, free radical damage to cells, kidney stones, weakened immune function, and so much more. For example, most of us think of iron as a necessary nutrient component of hemoglobin for oxygen transport to our cells and the prevention of anemia, which it is. But too much iron can be just as problematic as too little. This excess, this free or unbound iron, is highly dangerous. It is attracted to oxygen, forming something referred to as ROS, reactive oxygen species. ROS is an unstable molecule that contains oxygen and that easily reacts with other molecules in a cell, causing great damage. ROS are what is known as free radicals. Like iron, a little ROS is needed by cells to communicate certain immune and genetic needs. But also like iron, high levels or a buildup of ROS can cause DNA and RNA damage, cell membrane damage by damaging the lipid layer, chronic inflammation, neurological and cardiovascular related issues, and increased risk of cancer. These oxidative stresses are also linked to premature aging with an increased risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. The body, though, controls this danger by binding most of this excess iron. And here is where phytic acid plays its powerful antioxidant role as a chelator of iron. Binding to the excess iron, phytic acid prevents its oxidation and therefore the formation of ROS, therefore limiting the oxidative damage to our cells and reducing our risk of all those health-related issues that I mentioned earlier. For years, phytic acid has been known as a powerful antioxidant, protecting cells from free radical damage and oxidative stressors. It saddens me that this role is not more clearly understood or emphasized. This protective role of phytic acid cannot and should not be overlooked or negated, and certainly not vilified. Next week, I will continue my discussion of phytic acid and the powerful anti-carcinogenic role it plays in our gut as it is broken down by our good gut organisms. I hope you were enlightened about this phytic acid information and will join me next time. Until next time, this is Sue Becker from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minutes.
Sue's Healthy Minutes podcast has been a presentation by the Bread Beckers Incorporated located in Woodstock, Georgia. For more information, store hours, and learning opportunities, visit breadbeckers.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast and never miss an episode. Share this with 2 friends who would benefit from this information, and be sure to join us again next week for more of Sue's Healthy Minutes.